Hi Leute und willkommen zurück zu Signing Resonance Refrain. Ich habe mich jetzt mal auf den nächsten Kampf vorbereitet und ich habe den eben schon ein paar Mal gemacht und nicht geschafft. Und ich hoffe, jetzt wird's was. Ich habe mir wieder ein bisschen was eingekauft, und zwar ein Aspekt, der mich 20% vor Blitzschaden schützt und jede Menge Potions und Äther. Denn wir suchen ja Beatrice, die hier gleich im nächsten Areal auftauchen wird. Und die hat ja diesen ollen Blitzdrachen dabei, den wir gleich bekämpfen werden müssen. Das Problem ist, der macht eine Attacke. Wenn die Charaktere den nicht blocken, können die alle instant wegsterben. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir nicht hoch genug vom Level sind. Wobei man natürlich hier sieht, die sind 43 und wir sind 37. Das heißt, wir sind eigentlich schlecht vom Level. Wir sollten mindestens gleich auf sein. Im letzten Part haben wir gegen Genus gekämpft. Der hat die Wasserdrachenseele und die Dunkeldrachenseele vermuten wir jetzt bei Beatrice, was aber nicht stimmt, wie wir gleich erfahren werden. Und dann geht's zum Kampf.
I don't think Beatrice is here.
Genau, die wartet draußen auf uns.
Oh, it's just you. That's a shame. What are you all doing here?
We were just looking for you, Beatrice.
Oh, you're looking to talk with me now?
You took the soul of the Dark Dragon. Admit it.
The Dark Dragon? Wait, do you know where it is?
Oh, don't try and pull that. We already know you took it from Mount Glancial.
On Mount Glancial? Then Georg. I've been set up.
Georg,
It's not your problem.
what are you talking?
Rinna, this is getting... We can talk after we catch her.
Oh, you're gonna catch
So.
it?
Und jetzt denkt sich der Drache, die verprügel ich mal ordentlich. Wir benutzen den Verteidigungsdebuff. Und sie bekommt jetzt auch hier ihr Kostüm, dass sie jetzt im Mittelpunkt der Band ist. Das heißt, sie ist jetzt ja auch ein bisschen stärker. So. Was wir vorbereitet haben. Erstmal das. Dann Death Potions. Okay, jetzt macht er gleich seine Attacke. Ja. Ja. Die hat uns beim letzten Mal schon komplett getötet. Das lief jetzt schon besser. Jetzt war nicht instant alle tot, sondern nur unser Heiler, den wir unbedingt brauchen. unsere Verteidigungsbuffs wieder an. Ether.
Grant me more power.
Er hat mich getötet. Sie auch. So aber nicht. Er hat einfach... Man hat es vielleicht gesehen, so eine Steine unter uns platziert. Praktisch wie so eine Fallen und die... haben uns instant gegrillt. Nimm das bitte. Ah, ich habe schon länger überlebt als beim ersten Try.
Give me power. I won't let you
Special attack.
Okay. Am Leben bleiben bitte, danke. Dann hab ich jetzt... Sollte jetzt okay gewesen sein.
give me power.
Okay. Ich will nichts verschreien, das sieht aus, als wenn wir es schaffen. Oder auch nicht. Was? Doch. Oh mein Gott. Ich dachte, ihr macht jetzt irgendwie nochmal so einen Special Move und killt uns nochmal alle.
That's enough, Gungnir. Don't push yourself. We're falling back.
My orders are to protect you.
I know, you big lug. That's why we're running. Why are you so obsessed with fighting? If you die on me here, how could I face Princess Excella?
How can you say that with a straight face?
Funny thing about that,
Why do you say that?
it's crazy, but I think she really trusts me. She even sent Gungnir along to protect me. At first, I thought she had to be an idiot to be that honest with me. But maybe I've got a soft spot for idiots like her. Maybe that's why. These days, all that anger and bitterness over the past just feels like it doesn't matter any.
I see.
So, I forgive you, Lady Kirika.
Forgive her? And I hope you know, I'm never going to forgive you!
Rena,
Lady Kirika!
when a chance presents itself, we'll sit down and talk about it. All three of us.
What?
Would that be all right?
I think I'd like that. Maybe someday. Well, I think we've done enough to bring the mood down.
Such as...
I'd like to hear what you know about the Dark Dragon. Clearly, this time.
As you wish. We will tell you of the Dark Dragon, but we can share no further info.
Obviously.
Hey!
It's all right.
Fine.
The truth is,
I see. If the soul wasn't in its resting place, then Gjorg is probably the one behind it.
I see.
Thank you, Lady Kirika.
Okay.
Well,
Lady Kirika, are you really okay with this? Can you really trust her?
Of course we can. Didn't you notice, Rena?
Notice what?
It seemed to me like we were finally talking to the old Beatrice. The one we know and love. Don't you think?
Oh. That, I mean, maybe. She did seem different.
If Beatrice is back to her old self, then... It sounds like we may have Princess Excella to thank for that. I thought the princess was just a cold, merciless conqueror. But once again, I must think outside my own perspective.
Magnificent! So, this is the soul of the Dark Dragon. I've never observed dragon energy this pure.
I want to be clear, Yoahim. This is not a toy. Get me results, and don't make me regret handing this over.
Of course. I assure you, I have the matter in hand. One wonders, though. Have you informed Princess Excella that we've acquired this?
The official report says it was never found. I don't want her disrupting our plan somehow.
Ah, I see. And that's why you dampened the dragon energy aura on this one? So our dear princess wouldn't notice it.
Correct. I've grown tired of keeping up appearances with that girl.
Oh, then the next phase can begin soon.
Yes. Things are already in motion.
Which means I'll finally have a chance to study the other two. My, what a thrill.
Any personal experiments can come later. I want to see results on the Dark Dragon first.
Naturally, yes. But does this mean you're giving up on the Shining Dragon?
The Shining Dragon's will seems deeply ingrained with that of its host. We won't get the Shining Dragon's sword unless we somehow get the boys' cooperation. An unlikely prospect at best. But the Dark Dragon is different. It has no will of its own. It's a mass of raw energy, just begging to be used. If we can get the sword of the Dark Dragon, then all draconic power will be ours to command. A blade that can bend even the will of a mighty dragon. That is the true power of the Dark Dragon's blade. The Imperator must be ours, Joachim. Do you understand?
I'll see what I can do. I have more than enough observational data on the Shining Dragon's sword by now. Thanks to my analytics sacrament, I have some idea of how it should function in principle. I imagine I can create your sword.
Good to hear. I'm looking forward to your success.
It shall be done. I am a genius. Even with centuries upon centuries, our order could not manifest the will of Deus. But I, in a mere 10 years, I made that dream a reality. Nothing is beyond my grasp.
Hey, Georg. Seems like things are really kicking off for you.
Indeed. Though apparently I can no longer count on Her Highness to deal with the Shining Dragon.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm letting Joachim handle it. He's much less likely to fail me.
What? You don't need the Shining Dragon anymore?
I will when we reach the final stage of our plans. Assuming the research pays off, of course.
Really now? Well, do your best, big guy. That is the whole reason I'm letting you inherit Deus, remember?
Yes, I am well aware.
So, if that's your plan, I can play with the Shining Dragon until you're done with your research.
I suppose that's fine. But you are not to kill him until Joachim finishes his work. You understand?
Yeah, relax. I'm not out to kill him. But I'll make him wish he was dead.
Why would Deus favor someone like him? I cannot understand.
What's that?
No.
Fine, whatever.
Okay. Der Test hat also eine Kraft vom Oberbösen irgendwo her.
Now, regarding the matter of the Dark Dragon, do you have any inklings as to Georg's recent behavior? His action report claimed he was unable to retrieve it. Is this an accurate account of events?
Dunno. Joachim still hasn't come out of his mad scientist hole. Best I can tell, he's got a new toy for his research, but whether it's a dragon soul, and Georg gets all elusive every time I broach the subject. I don't think I'm getting anything out of him.
I see. Which means the only other account we have to go by is Astoria's. I'm certain I can't feel the Dark Dragon's soul anywhere in the keep. I can hardly order an investigation with so little evidence.
As it stands, the only unusual behavior I've seen is how Georg slips away to contact the mainland every now and then. Church correspondence, maybe?
Contact with the priesthood. For what possible purpose?
No clue. I'll say this, though. Chances are, it's got nothing to do with seeing your father's wish come true. Before you arrived, the whole immortality thing was never part of the conversation.
Which can only mean this obsession with dragon souls serves different ends. even more suspicious. My father's wish. Has it ever been possible?
Immortality for the Emperor? I see. That's what you've been after all this time.
Who goes?
You, the Slayer.
Sovereign princess whom dragons heed. I would speak to you of the Shining Dragon. If slipping beyond the flow of time is truly your desire, you'll want to hear me out.
What?
Er kann da einfach so reingehen. Hi, hier bin ich.
I see. So the Dark Dragon's soul was already gone.
Quite. Based on present intelligence, it most likely accounts for one of the Empire's souls.
Which brings the number of World Dragon souls under Imperial command to 3. 3 too many. Then there's the Sea Dragon soul residing with this Genus man. And we still have Yuma's Shining Dragon, of course.
We're still in it. The 3 spears were just that. Spear points. Next will come the muscle, the twin blades of the Empire, to widen the gap. The odds are still stacked against us. At the least, we should talk to this man carting the Sea Dragon soul around and see if he won't pledge for our side.
It's not gonna be like slipping a note under the door, you realize. He's not an easy guy to track down. Probably because he likes it that way. Just finding him is gonna be enough work on its own. He could be waltzing around the Imperial base by now, for all we know.
For crying out. Doesn't anyone have good news?
I wouldn't call it good news, but things don't seem to be going so smoothly on the Empire's end either. Allegedly, the friction between Princess Excella and the Church runs far deeper than we first presumed. I say allegedly because our informant on this matter is Beatrice, a known enemy agent. We'd best take her word with a grain of salt.
It's vital information either way. Now, if only we could use it to our advantage somehow. We must end the occupation. The people are depending on us to protect them.
Father, with due respect, there's a line in the sand now. Why aren't we going on the offensive?
The offensive? Sonia, I'm trusting you have some sort of plan when you say that.
I do. It would seriously sway things if the Dragon Soul count was in our favor, right? What we should do is get behind enemy lines and take them back. Covert operations with a small mobile squad are what we do best, after all.
Not a terrible proposal. Do we have any intelligence on where the Dragon Souls are being held?
I can only think of 2 Imperial footholds where they'd be defended enough. Right, Captain Burrows?
That's about right. Last I saw a report, Imperial forces were reclaiming the old ruins of Fort Garral out in the desert. And there's another command post up Mount Glanciel, a stronghold called Ulvenstein Keep. Enemy troops deploy mostly from those 2 points. If I were the enemy commander, and I needed to safeguard a World Dragon Soul on this continent, I'd take it back to one of those places.
But how do we know which?
Could be both for all we know. 3 souls, 2 strongholds.
It shouldn't really matter which one we hit first then, yeah? Just running the numbers here.
Then why don't we do Glanciel first? When we went looking for the Dark Dragon's soul, those ruins felt like they were hiding something weird.
Something weird?
Yeah, we were only there to begin with because of that book we found, right? The one that went on about frozen ruins and secrets within. So I did a little more translation work. According to the book, there's a secret tunnel entrance right at the summit.
A secret tunnel, huh? Sounds like a good way for us to slide right in, incognito style.
All right then, it's decided. To Mount Glanciel.
Okay. Das heißt, wir dürfen jetzt da wieder ganz oben hin latschen. Und dann dort oben hin. Wie es aussieht. Nächster Part würde ich sagen. Hier geben wir noch einmal die Quest ab. Dann mache ich nochmal Shopping, wie ein paar Potions und so weiter holen. Und gehe schon mal vor und wir sehen uns dann oben im nächsten Part. Ciao, Leute.